B-26, the Marauder Strikes on mission. The mission today is to Forêt de l'Aigle in France, a fuel dump at Forêt de l'Aigle in France, and my station is in the south of England, and the date is early August 1944. The target size is medium. My altitude is 9,500 feet. The weather predicted over the target is fair. Expected flak is heavy. My initial point is 2. The weather at takeoff and at landing is very good. The flak modifier over the target is -1. Enemy Air Force resistance is moderate. There is flak radar and my briefed escort is good. Good close escort. I am the lead bomber in box 2 in the lead flight of the tail group. I am going to use all rules, all basic, all advanced and optional rules. I will use one add-on that I am developing at the moment, or actually one add-on, and it's called the bomb loads. I will not go into detail of that right now, and I'm using 2 house rules. The first is Lucky Charms and the second is Crew Chief. The Crew Chief can give you a lucky charm before each mission, and he can make sure that there are no mechanical failures. And on this mission, my crew chief has just done a moderate job, and there is a chance of mechanical failures. In the previous video, I set up my gaming table, the map, the mission map. The target is in zone 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have the combat board over here. I have my crew, I have enemy fighters, I have set up machine gun counters, and I have 2 ace gunners and a million dice over here. I got my counters here on the right, and the rule book and the tables and charts over here. And my coffee. Coffee is important. Yeah, that's good. Now, I think it is time to take off. And here are tables from the Tables and Charts booklet. So before I begin, I will explain each zone and each step along the way to the target, and then I will turn around and fly back. On the route back, I will not make so many comments, but just fly the mission. If I have not encountered fighters on the route to the target, I will make sure I will face 1 or more waves going back, so you will have an idea of what a fighter encounter looks like. First, takeoff. I roll on takeoff table 1 with my takeoff dice here. And the weather at takeoff is very good. I roll 7, takeoff okay and crew safe. And you add pilot skill. My pilot has skill of +1. The takeoff modifier. Each B-26 model has different characteristics, and this one is actually a, what is this? This is a C modified B4. I will not explain what that is, so this is just an improvisation I've done. And the landing modification is -1, and the takeoff modification is +0. And when the flaps are damaged, landing is -2. So takeoff is good, and my crew is safe. And the next step in the takeoff turn in zone 0, zone 0 is the zone where your station is located. And the next step in zone 0 after takeoff is to roll on takeoff table 2A, takeoff turn events and formation assembly. And we roll 2d6 and it's 7, and we check here 7. Oh, here. Good formation assembly and formation flying on this mission. All future rolls on table MT, mission table 1B, is -2. Target zone table 4B, toggle air bomb run, is +1. That is good. So now, let's see. Yes, you can see this on the screen. Up here is a sequence of play, and I have finished step 2, takeoff, zone 0, takeoff. You roll on table target, takeoff table A, takeoff and assembly tables 1A, and then assemble and join, formation table TOA 2A. Now, and the next step is zone 1. I'm sure you cannot read that now, but that's exactly what it says. So we move our formation counter into zone 1, and now in zone 1 you roll on zone 1A, formation events, and the result is 5, and here 5. Formation check, C table 1, C table MT1B, mission table 1B, and we go to mission table 1B, and it's here on these sheets here, and so we roll another 2d6. We roll another 2d6, and I roll 6, and the result is a normal formation. And from now on, I will fly a normal formation until I get another result on mission table 1A formation events. I will get to this table in just a little while. Now, the second step in zone 1 is to rendezvous with your little friends. And my briefed escort is good close escort. And now I roll on zone 1B, rendezvous with little friends. And I roll 7. And 7 means rendezvous successful. Continue the mission. Alright, very good. And now I will find the close escort counter, the good close escort counter, which is, let's see, this one. It's a Spitfire. The images are just for flavor. Spitfires often escorted the B-26s, and let me show you the some of the details on this one. Close escort, and there's a Spitfire, and here good close escort, and it's -3 on mission table 2. I will explain what that is later. And on combat table 3 there's a +2, and combat table 3 is fighter cover versus enemy fighters. I will show you that later. Now, zone 1 is completed. So I will put those sheets away, and I will show you one more thing before we move on. It's not so easy. This is the guest here. Zone 1, we fly over water. There's no modifier here, which means there are no enemy there is no chance of meeting enemy fighters. So I will move on to Zone 2, where we are over water, we are over the English Channel, and the chance of encountering enemy fighters is -4. Now these values are based on the locations of enemy fighter units. I have done some research on that, and I found out which units were located where, and these numbers are based on where these units are, how far away from the route, and well, I don't know what. I'm not going to go into that now, but continue the mission. So we move into Zone 2. We are over the English Channel, and the first step is to roll on Mission Table 1A for formation events. And I roll 6, and 6 means NA, not apply. Nothing happens in this zone. And like I told you, there is a chance of encountering enemy fighters, so you will roll on MT2, Luftwaffe Early Warning Operations. Now, if you were using the basic rules, you would skip everything from takeoff up until now. And this would be the first step when you use the basic rules. So we roll on MT2, 2d6. I roll 7, and the enemy Air Force resistance is moderate, so it's +0. The gas to air modification is -4, so we have 3, and the weather it does not apply right now. This is from weather from Mission Table 1E is this one here, but you will only roll on this table if you had a result on Mission Table 1A, which directs you to Mission Table 1E. So that does not apply right now. And now, little friends, we have close escort good, which is -3, so we are now at ±0. Formation flying is I'm flying a normal formation, so this does not apply. I'm not the lead group, I'm in the tail group. I'm not in the target zone. I forgot I need a counter to remind me that I am flying a good formation here. So I will put that one here. This is to remind me that I'm flying a good formation. We had a good formation during formation assembly. So ±0, no fighters attack. And this completes Zone 2. So we move into Zone 3. We are now over France and water, and the terrain is France water. The gazetteer modifier is -1. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm holding it up here for you, so so you might be able to see it. And it says 109 here. It means that this zone is a 109 heavy zone, which means that the chance of meeting 109s instead of 190s is a bit greater. So the first thing we do now, when we have entered the zone, is to roll on Mission Table 1A. And I roll 11, and 11 says weather, see table MT1E, and there's a note here, it says E, and E does not apply before landing. And now MT1E weather in this zone is a 1d6. I will use this one just for fun, and I rolled 1, and the zone and the weather in this zone is very good. which is both good and bad, because the dice roll on mission table 2 is +1. That is Luftwaffe enemy. What do I call this table? Luftwaffe early warning operations. And if I had been off course, I am now on course. And on or off course is also up here. If you roll 10 on mission table 1A, you are off course. And then you have to check flag zone, and at the end of the turn you have to roll on navigation to see if you are still off course or on course. If you were off course in the next zone and you rolled 11 weather and you had a very good result, you would now be on course. But now the weather in this zone is very good. The MT2 die roll modifier is +1, and now I am rolling on mission table 2, Luftwaffe early warning operations. 6 minus a +0 for moderate. The modifier in this zone is -1, so we have 5. The weather is good. Oops, it's not here. I will have to add it. And the weather modification is +1, so we have we are on 6. And close escort is good, -3, so we are at 3. Formation flying none, lead group none, target zone no. So the result is 3, and there are no fighters attacking. And that concludes all actions in zone 3. Now we're moving into zone 4. We are over France. This is also a 109 heavy area, and the MT2 modifier, the Gazetteer modifier, is +1. So first, what do we do first? You got it. We roll on mission table 1A, and I roll 10. 10. And it seems like these tables are listening to what I'm saying, because now navigation, you are off course. Check flag zone on MT1D, then navigation on MT1D after MT2 in the current turn. So that's what we will do. I will put this counter, the off course counter, on my formation, and I will check the flag zone. Flag zone, roll D6 if over land or land water when you are off course over enemy territory. If I roll 1 to 4, there is no event. 5 to 6, I have entered a flag zone. 3, no event. That's good. I'm off course, but before I go back to MT1D, I will roll again here on MT2, Luftwaffe early warning operations, and I roll now 5. Enemy Air Force resistance is +0. The Gazetteer modifier is +1, so I have 6. No weather modifier, no little friends, close escort is -3, so I am on 3. Formation flying, lead group none, no, target zone no, so no fighters attack. And now I'm off course. Before I move into the next zone, I have to check navigation. So we roll on MT1D, 2d6. I roll 5. And today I am the lead bomber in box 2, so I am a toggler in formation, and the modifier is +1. 5 plus 1 is 6, so I am on course. Now why am I a toggler even though I am in a lead ship? That is a good question. But the answer is simple. It's blowing in the wind. No. The truth is, I am a toggler because I am the lead bomber in the second box. And I am following the lead navigator in the first box. And the lead navigator of the first box is leading the entire formation. So had I been the lead navigator, I would use these modifiers here. But now I am a toggler, I'm following the lead navigator in the first box, and the final result is I am on course. Had I been off course, I would have to stay one more turn in this zone. But I am off course, and now all actions in zone 4 are complete. So we move into the target zone in zone 5. And the first thing we do when we reach the target zone is to check what the weather is. We know the forecast was fair, but it could have changed. It could be good, fair, poor, bad, or very bad. So I will roll 2d6, and the result is 8. 8 on fair is fair. There is no change. I will make a note of this on my sheet here, on my mission chart. I will put this one aside now and check for no, not check for fighters. I will go to mission table 1A, MT1A, and we will roll 9 formation casualties. And formation casualties directs us to MT1C, which is here. And we roll 2d6 again. And the result is 7. 4 to 8 is no NA. NA does not apply. So no formation casualties. At least no casualties that affects our mission. And now, after mission table 1A, what do? We roll on mission table 2, Luftwaffe early warning operations. And we are over France. The terrain is France. The guest here modifier is +1, and this is a 109 heavy zone. So we roll 2d6 and we get 7, and moderate 7 plus 1 is 8. The weather is fair. This is no there is no modifier for fair weather, and besides it's only from mission table 1E or target zone 1. And close escort is -3 for good. And 7 minus, well, where are we? I lost here. 7, 8. My 8 minus 3 is 5. Formation flying, we're still normal, and the lead group +1, and we are in the target zone, and we are bombing by boxes, so there is no modifier here. And the final result was 5. 5. No fighters attack, but there can be flak. We are at 9,500 feet. The expected flak is heavy, and the flak modifier is -1, and there is flak radar. And also, initial point is 2. If we had a, if our initial point was, say, because my initial point is 2, my flak modifier is -1. It's a shorter initial point. I have even a shorter one, which is initial point 1. And then you have initial point 6, which is, well, your aim is +2, but flak is +2 also, so there's a difference over there. There's a difference between the different initial points. Now, flak. You have to check flak, and I roll on flak intensity and accuracy on target zone 2 for intensity, and also a D6 for accuracy. It can be accurate, inaccurate, fair, or accurate. So I roll 3 D6s at once. The white ones are for intensity and the red one is for accuracy. And we have 9 minus 1, which is 8, and the accuracy is 5. So heavy 8 is strong, and the accuracy is 5 and accurate. So my let's see, I forgot to enter these values here. That's not important if you can remember them. Flak modifier is -1, and there's a flak radar, and the flak is strong and accurate, and that means strong. Roll 2 D6s on target zone 3, on target zone 3A, 3 times on accurate, fair, or inaccurate. And target zone 3A, flak accuracy. So I roll to hit 3 times on accurate. 6 is a hit. 7 is a miss. Oh, there you are. A miss. And 7, another miss. 1 hit here leads me to target zone 3B, number of flak hits. For each hit on target zone 3A, I roll ones on target zone 3B. And I will use the red ones now. And the result is 7. And 7 is 1. And 1 hit, I roll ones on target Z, on target zone 3C, area hit by flak, and 11, I am hit in the pilot compartment. Now I go to the damage tables. I have these here on the side, and I will not show you that now, but I will roll 2 D6 on damage table 2 for pilot compartment, and the result was 9. And 9 says controls and internal systems. Roll for damage on table DT3, controls and internal systems. So I will roll again on controls and internal systems, damage table 3, and 11. And 11 says engine controls. So I roll 2 D6. So for the left engine, right engine, or both engines, and I roll 2 D6, and it says 10, and that's the right engine, and I roll D6 again, and it says 6, and it's the supercharger. Engine power loss. Engine is half power if 11,000 feet or higher. I will make a note of that. Number 2, supercharger. So, well, I cannot read what I write either, so it doesn't matter. I am at 9,500 feet, so that does not affect us at this time. Now, flag hit. I am the lead bomber, and my bombardier is from HQ, and he is +1. I will not go into how I determine that at this moment, and I will now roll on target zone 4A. No, sorry, too early. There's one more thing before I can roll on target zone 4A for the bomb run. I will have to check target zone 1, target zone table 1 again for the aim point. You have to identify the aim point before you can bomb. And the weather is fair, and to identify the aim point, you must roll 7 or higher on 2d6. If you cannot identify the aim point, you have a choice of going to the secondary, if you have a secondary, or you can break off and return to base. Or you can bomb with -3 on target table 4A or 4B. And you have modifiers here. If you're a rookie, a veteran, lead training, if your bombardier is wounded or in the target zone, if he is lightly wounded in the target zone, you have -1. If he's seriously wounded or KIA, there is no bomb drop. The target size for medium size is +1. If you are a toggler, you have +1. I am not a toggler because I am the lead bomber, so I have a bomb sight and my bombardier will bomb for the rest of the formation. If you bomb by flights, each flight will bomb. Individually, and each flight leader has a bomb sight. So, aim point. I will roll 2d6s and 9. The result is 9, so I have identified the aim point. Now this is for my box only. I could roll one more time, or this roll could be for box 1, and then I could roll for my box a second time, but this is for my box only now. So 9, I have identified the aim point, and now I will go to target zone 4A, target zone table 4A, lead bombardier or bomb sight bomb run. So I will roll 2d6s again, and I roll 6, yeah. The dice say 6, and I have modifiers here. +1 for my bombardier, and Northern AFCE PDI -1 is there were B-26 bomb rounds were not on automatic pilot. They were manual, so I will use PDI, and that's -1, so 5, and then the pilot skill is +1, so that's 6 again. Lightly wounded, no. Fire, no. Heavy, strong, very strong and accurate, no. No fighters, no flak, no. Hit by flak, -1, so I'm down to 5 again. And bomb release, no. Emergency salvo, no. Altitude 9,500 is +1, so I am back at 6. And the target size, no. Weather, no. Bomb load. Bomb load is 16 times 250 pounders. The modifier for the bomb run is +2, so 6, 8. 8, and 8 is on target, 500 feet on target. And now I go to table TC5A, damage, target zone table 5A, and I roll 2d6s. And, oh, that's good. And it says 11, and I was 500 feet, and 11 is 90% within 500 feet of the target, and that's an excellent result. And bombing by boxes, bombing by boxes, type box and flight, type box, let's see, loose box, loose flight, formation casualties, no. And the bomb The bombs say +1, so I'm 12, and plus 15%, which is over 100. And what does my add-on say? It says, oh sorry, intermission, while I look for intermission. Go get a Coke. Oh, where is it? Let's see. 16 times 250. Bridge, if target zone 4A or B is on 250, target zone 5A is plus, what did I write here? I cannot see. If target zone 4A or B is on 250 or 500 feet, target zone 5A table is always on 500. But if total result equals 100%, damage is superior. Superior damage is good. So, my box scores a superior result, 500, 100%, 100%, and the accuracy is 500. Okay, good. And that completes the target zone, the bombing run in the target zone. And my target is medium size, and it will take two superior results to destroy a medium-sized target. Now I could roll for box 1 too to see how it scores, but I will not do that now. I will do that after the mission, I think. Nah, what the hell? Oh, sorry. Let's do it now. Aim point, target zone 1. Where is target zone 1? Here. Aim point, fair weather, 7 or higher. I will use the toggler for now. And it's +1 at 8, so it was identified. And then I will roll on table TZ4B. Yeah. 8's 3. They missed. Unmodified 2 and 3, or modified 0 to 4 is off target. So box 1 missed. Box 1 missed, and my box was on, and we scored a superior result. And that concludes all actions going to the target. Now we turn around and we start a new turn. My cat is sitting on my things. And the first thing we do is to roll on mission table 1A. 8. 8 does not apply. Good. And now we are in the target zone, so we will check for flak again before fighters. So we roll on target zone table 2, flak intensity and accuracy. Remember, flak was heavy, and there is a flak radar. Where did my dad go? Here. And we 5, moderate, but box flight evasive action after bomb run is -2. So 3, it's weak, and the accuracy is 1, inaccurate. Box flight evasive action after bomb run is -1. Oh, a radar flak is inaccurate. So weak, inaccurate. It says one time on accurate, one time on inaccurate here on target zone table 3A, which is this one. Inaccurate, and I roll 7, and 7 says miss. That's good. So we're out, we're going away from the target, and we are out of the flag zone. So now we will roll for fighters. On which table? That's right, on mission table 2. We are over France. The modifier is +1, and this is a 109 heavy area. And 6. 6. Moderate, no. Gastier modification is +1. No weather. Little friends, -3. So we have 3. Formation flying lead group target zone is 0, or for boxes. So 3 and 3 means no fighters attack. And that concludes all actions in the target zone going back, returning to base. So we move into zone 4 again. We roll on MT18 5. Formation check. Formation check. We have to check the formation now. Remember, I was now flying a normal formation, but it is now 9, and 9 is loose flight, but let's see, in the target zone, no. Loose box or flight, no. Tight box or flight, no. Formation casualties, no. Good formation flying. Remember, good formation flying from formation assembly is -2. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So we are still in a normal formation, which is better than a loose flight. And the next step is to roll for fighters. And this time, if I don't encounter fighters, I will make fighters appear. 8. The modifier in this zone is +1, and it's a 109 heavy zone. So 8 plus 0 plus 1 is 9. No weather, little friends, -3. 9 minus 3 is 6. Formation flying, no. Lead group, no. Target, no. 6. So 6. One wave attacks. One wave attacks. And I go to combat table A. Attacking fighter. We are in August 1944, so I will roll on 744. You roll on 744 in July and August 1944, and then when you get to September and October, you roll on 944. And 2d6s. 2d6s. They say 6. They say 6, and the attacker is a 109 G14, but this is a 109 heavy area. So the dice roll above is -2, which means 6 minus 2 is 4. So the attacker is a Messerschmitt 109 G6. We find the G6 counter here. I have 3. And remember, these counters do not look like this anymore. This is an early version of a playtest counter. But the information here says it hits with, just a second. Yeah, this one is deleted. It hits with +0, but it also has a cannon. So it rolls. It also fires with a cannon. You roll 1 time on target zone 3A, A to hit, and then the damage on the G6 is +0 for a single mount machine gun and +1 for a twin mount machine gun. So we know that a Messerschmitt 109 G6 attacks. Now we will find from which direction it is attacking from. So I roll 2 d6s, and it says 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is, where is it? Here. 4 and 5, 45 is 7 o'clock, and the altitude, 1d6 for altitude, is 2, and it says high, so it attacks from 7 high. I will put it here, 7 high, and here it says high 6. It means that this fighter needs 6 or higher on 2d6 to hit my bomber. And here it says top turret, left beam, left waist, twin 50 tail, tail turret, and ventral. And you can see here if a gun position can fire or not. If there is a number, for example, the top turret has 7/9/*. The asterisks mean that the fighter is that the altitude is out of the field of fire. So 7 for high, 9 for level, and the asterisk is for a low. And the ventral machine gun has asterisk for high, asterisk for level, and 9 for low. And now 6. The fighter needs 6 to hit, and it's at 7 high. And I have good fighter, good close escort, so I will roll on fighter cover here to see if this fighter is driven away or not. And on combat table 3, which is this, good close escort gives us a modifier of +2, and I roll 4. I roll 2 d6, and both said 4/4. The first d6 is for the effect 4, no effect, but good close escort gives us +2, which is 6, and the attacking fighter is damaged. And the second die roll here is 4, which is 4, seriously damaged. So I will find a damage counter here and put it on the fighter. And now we'll see if this fighter is attacking my B-26 or is going after somebody else, or is so let's see here. And to do that, we will go to combat table 2A, fighter pilot status, and we roll 2 d6s, and it says 5. 5 is a Kashmarek, but you have and it says Kashmarek note B if you're out of formation. This is a green fighter, and we have modifiers here: flight tight or loose. If a tight flight, you would have -2, so 3, and in a loose flight you would have +1, which is 6. Formation position, it's right here. I am the lead bomber, and attackers from 7 gets -2. 5, 6, or 7 gets -2 on my bomber. Had they attacked from the front, because I am in box 2, I will get -1. and +1 for being in, let's see, I have to check the modifier here, Y. When heavy resistance, there is an extra fighter at 12, so had this been heavy resistance, I would also have a Messerschmitt 109 G6 at 12. Oh no, sorry, that was for box 1. Box 2, there's no modifier there. Box 2, enemy fighter pilot status is -1 from 10, 12, and 2. And for the tail box, when heavy, there's +1 fighter at 6. And the pilot, well, sorry, that was messy. But anyway, trust me. Well, let's just continue the mission, okay? Forget about an old man just going on and on about nothing. Thinking about a girl or something. Well, anyway, let's go on. I need coffee. Yeah. So, where am I? Where am I? Attacking fighter. It is a Kashmarik, and a Kashmarik means that this fighter does not attack my bomber. It has been driven away by fighter cover. It has been damaged and is breaking off. It can go after another bomber. So this fighter is not attacking my ship. I could fire at it now, and I will do it just to show you. My top turret gunner will fire. Top turret and my tail turret will fire. So I take the two machine gun counters and I place them there on top of this fighter, and I could use spray fire or aimed fires. This time I will use aimed fire, so the tail turret fires and the top turret fires. So I will check 2 boxes here, one for the tail turret and one for the top turret. The top turret will need 7 to hit. It is an ace gunner, so I will add 1 on 2d6. 11. I hit. And the tail turret will also need 7 to hit. 7. 8 because of the ace gunner. So both hit. I hit, and now I go to damage on fighter. First for the top turret. 6. +1 because of the modifier, the twin mount damage modifier. What did I say? 6, 7. So it's seriously damaged. So we'll find another seriously damaged, and also the tail gunner has hit and scores 7 + 1. 7 + 1 serious damage with a J there, and it says if this is the final result, machine gun jams if extra ammo boxes have been used. So this fighter has taken 3 serious damage, 1 from fighter cover and 2 from my gunners. And we go to damage on fighter here, and we can see that let's see, 2 times serious damage equals fighter breaks off. Optional, treat all KIA as fighter breaks off. After the mission, roll D6 for each fighter break off. On a roll of 6, the fighter will become a confirmed KIA and will count toward a gunner's ace status. And 2 serious damage plus 1 light damage equals KIA. So 3 serious damage is KIA. So this one is shot down. It's shot down in flames. I could roll on combat table 3 to see if the pilot bails out, if the fighter explodes, or what other effect may be. I will show you here. I could roll on this table here. For example, if it's KIA, I could roll a d6 and it could go into a spin, it could dive, pilot could parachute out, or there could be an explosion. Just for now, I will roll 4 parachute. He bails out. Now I have not included rules for sharing kills in B-26. Okay, this concludes all actions in Zone 4, and we will now move on into Zone 3. Mission Table 1A, Formation Events. 2. Random Events. Random Events. So, we have random events here. Oh, random events plus formation check. So I will begin with the formation check. We are in a normal formation. 7, normal, still normal. And now we go to check random events. And we roll 2d6s again. And we have 5. Where are the little friends? If close escort. Fighter cover is now area cover. If we had area cover, no fighter cover on this mission. So from now on, I will have area cover instead of close escort. So I will change this one and put area cover over here. They left. And now we'll check for fighters. Where is it? Oh, come on. Here. Zone 3, Water France. And the guest here modifier is -1. 5, -1. And 4, nothing. Area cover, -1. So no fighters, but again, let's say a fighter attack, so I will show you first here. 4. 109 heavy area is 2, and another G6. Another G6. I will check where it attacks from first. It attacks from 54. Come on. Here, 54. Can you see it? Vertical dive. A Messerschmitt 109 is attacking from a vertical dive right there, and he will need 8 to hit, and only my top turret can hit this one, can fire at this one, and the top turret will need 9 or higher to hit on a D6. Now let's check fighter cover. It says 4, no effect. Area cover, if attacking fighter is damaged, it is light damaged, but there's no effect here, so it is still attacking my formation. And the pilot is 12. Of course, 12. It's an ace. ace, or roll on combat table 2B ace table. So I will roll on combat table 2B ace table. Six. 6 means that this guy is an ace. And I will find an ace counter here and place it on the fighter, and my top turret is going to fire, and I will check one box here. Now ace, I will show you what that means. Ace, my gunner has -1 to hit, the fighter pilot has +1 to hit, and during the look at this. During the initial attack, which this is, move vertical dive and vertical climb to 12. No change if you're out of formation. I will move this one to 12. I will move this one to 12, and we'll check the altitude. 4 is level, so this one attacks from 4 level here, and he will need 10 to hit. And it is out of the field of fire for the top turret. The flexible nose gun can fire, the fixed nose gun can fire, and the package gun can fire. So this one is going down in a halo of fire. Going down in a blaze of glory. Package guns, flexible nose gun, and fixed nose gun. You would think an ace pilot would know this. Oh, I'm using another house rule here. I don't have a flexible nose gun because I am a lead bomber and I have a bomb sight, so there's no room for a flexible nose gun. But the package guns and the fixed nose gun, and I need 10, 10. The pilot fires the pilot fires the package guns and the fixed nose gun. So and he fires at the same time, so I will make only one dice roll here. 8. 8. And I needed 10. So I missed. I missed. And now the enemy fighter will fire, and he needs 10. It says level 10. He needs 10 or higher to hit, and he has +1 because he is an ace. 5. He missed. So he moves a passing shot. A fighter attacking from 12 moves to 6 for its passing shot position. And it will be at 6 low. The attacker will dive 1 level from its initial attack. If it begins at high, it will be at level for its passing shot position. A fighter attacking from low will be at a vertical climb position. And this guy, he attacked from 12 level, so he's now at 6 low. And the tail gunner needs, it's not on the board, but it's on this table here, somewhere here. No. Intermission. Where is it? my... I know it's 10 anyway. I will have to add that on the combat ball. Oops. Well, it's here. It's here. Passing shot. A single 50 is 11, and a twin 50 is 10 to hit. So, and he has +1. He misses. Oh, forgot. And this guy will not come around for a successive attack. He leaves. And this concludes all actions in Zone 3. And now we move into Zone 1. And it's here. 7. Does not apply. Fighter. Oh. The difficult part is to keep track of these sheets here. 5. +1. -4. Area cover -1. Nothing. No fighters attack. We move into Zone 1. Zone 1. No fighters, but I roll on mission table 1. Here. To see if there are random events or mechanical failures. It says 4. Formation check. B, E. B, if out of formation, navigation, and E does not apply before landing, but I'm still in Zone 1. So, it doesn't matter actually, because no fighters will attack, but I roll 8, and it's a normal formation. And now we move into Zone 0, and we'll land. And I will roll first on MT1A. Here. 5. Formation check. BE. BE. Navigation, no. Out of formation, no. And E before landing. So there's no effect there. And now I'm gonna roll on this table here. Landing on land. And remember, the weather at landing is very good. Landing on land. I roll 2 d6s. And it's 8. 8. 3 to 11. Landing okay. Crew and B-26 safe. Pilot skill is +1. Landing modifier is -1. Battle damage, none. Bombs on board, no. Pilot and co-pilot KIA, no. Poor weather, no. Bad weather, no. Very bad weather, no. Night landing, no. No modifier. So my landing is good, and the mission is over. Well, it was a messy video, and I was talking and talking, but let me quickly explain what happens in a zone again. Do you see this? Okay. So, let's say you have entered Zone 2. The first thing you do is to roll on MT1A. If there is no event, you go to Mission Table 2, which is fighters, enemy fighters. If no wave attacks, you move into the next zone. And in the next zone, you roll on Mission Table 1A again. And if there's an event here, you roll on, for example, Mission Table 1C. Formation casualties. And then you roll on Mission Table 2. to see if you encounter any fighters. If you encounter fighters, you go to Combat Table A to see the type of fighter, and then from where it attacks, from which altitude, you place the fighter counter, you check fighter cover, you check if the fighter attacks your plane or not, you fire, the fighter fires, you might take damage, you might make a passing shot, and the fighter might make a successive attack. I will not go into that now. And the successive attacks continues until the fighter leaves. There is no limit, and it can leave by running out of ammunition, or it can be driven away by fighter cover. So, to make it simple, first thing in a zone, mission table 1A. Second table is mission table here, mission table 2. Mission table 1, mission table 2. In the target zone, you have target zone 1, then mission table 1 and mission table 2, then you have flak, then you check aim point, then you check your bomb run, then you turn around, a new turn starts, mission table 1, then flak, then fighters, and then you move into the next zone. Well, it was unrehearsed and unplanned, but it gives you some idea, I suppose. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write me, and maybe one day in the future I will make a better video about this, but here it is. That was a mission.